Hello, hope you're having a great day. Now, I've had a bit of a slow start this morning, but I'm cracking on with my full morning routine. And this morning, my mind was basically making me dread going for my walk around the block because, as I explained in yesterday's video, my phone screen is cracked and I'm unable to unlock it. I can't type in my PIN to unlock the screen. So, my mind was basically dreading going for my walk around the block without having a podcast or something in my ear. The same way that it was dreading going to do a leg session last night in the gym without having a podcast in my ear. And in fact, I didn't go to the gym last night. I had a leg session here at home instead. But the walk around the block is just 20 minutes, right? It's not like up to 2 hours like a leg session can be in the gym. But it was still using the fact that I'm not going to have my phone as an excuse to try and talk me out of going for my walk around the block. Now, I still went for my walk around the block, and actually it was really cool not having anything in my ears. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to make a habit of not listening to podcasts as I go for a walk around the block. I think it's a good opportunity to, learn some stuff by listening to podcasts. I do make a point of having one earphone in only, though, just so that I can still immerse myself in what's going on in the world. I can hear the bird songs, etc. I can hear life happening, right? So I'm sort of still in the present moment, still immersed in the world as I go for my walk around the block. But this morning, because I didn't have anything in my ears, I was really immersed in things like the bird song that I could hear. It's a really nice day this morning, nice sunny day with clear blue skies, so I was really sort of immersed in the world as I was going for my walk, and it was really cool. And as soon as I got back, I wrote in my journal and had a 10-minute guided meditation. I had to use my MacBook to find a guided meditation on YouTube, but that's absolutely fine. And now I'm firing up the camera to start this video. Now, I've got a busy day today. I want to try and edit the video that I shot yesterday at the garage and get that out today. If not, it'll go out tomorrow, but I want to try and get it out today. But I also need to find time to go and sort out a new phone. I've been planning to get a new phone anyway. It's past my sort of upgrade date. In fact, I might go on a different network. The network I've been on is rubbish, so I might just completely change my number and stuff. I need to try and find time to do that. I've also got boxing this evening at 7. Because both of my cars are at the other garage, I'm going to have to drop my beautiful girlfriend Kat off to her night shift about 6:45 and then go straight to boxing. So I've got a lot to do as well as trying to edit this video and get that out. So need to stay busy today. So I'm going to crack straight on with my workout, which on a Tuesday morning is abs, which last week kind of killed me because then they done a mad ab session at the end of the boxing class. But it is what it is. I'm sure I'll survive. So going to bang out some sit-ups, some Russian twists, and the lying on the floor with your legs slightly off the ground. As usual, they're the 3 abs exercises that I always do. Going to do 2 sets of each, and then I can jump in a cold shower and then have my breakfast before then diving into all the work that I need to do today. Alexa, give me a 30-second countdown.
30 seconds. Starting
Alexa, stop. So I did it with no rest at all between sets and got Kat to time me just to see how long that workout took. It was 6 minutes 20 seconds, but it's a killer. I'm doing it with no rest. Anyway, cold shower. All right, it is coming up to 7 p.m. and you join me now on the way to boxing, but it has been a manic day. I've been very busy. I was visited by a friend of mine today who brought some parts around that I need for one of my cars, and I ended up chatting to him for a couple of hours about cars, always the way whenever I meet up with him. But that kind of put me back a bit in terms of getting my editing done today for the video on the other channel, but I still was able to knock it out and get it released this evening, so that's cool. I've just dropped Kat to work because she's starting to do a night shift this week. I'm using her car because both of my cars are obviously still round at the other garage, even though they are now both back together and on the road. And yeah, Kat's doing night shift this week, so you know, it is a significant week for me. Every time Kat does nights, it makes me reflect on the times when, in the past, when she did night shift, was always the time where I went out and took drugs behind her back. And I've got one of my old GoPro batteries in this GoPro, so it keeps switching off annoyingly, so I'll have to cut this clip short. But I'm going to boxing now, going to give it my all as usual. It's going to be a killer, and I'll chat to you. Alright, so I'm back from boxing. I've actually been back quite a while and haven't had a shower yet, haven't had any dinner. I haven't even emptied my bag of my boxing gear. I've just been chatting to some people online, answering the comments from the video I put out today on the other channel, and yeah, a couple of people have sent me messages asking for advice on their cars and stuff. So yeah, I've had my head in my MacBook. I do really need to go and sort myself out and have a shower and have something to eat. But yeah, on the way to boxing, I was using an old battery for my GoPro, these old blue ones, and yeah, they're rubbish. They just yeah, the GoPro turns off. It says that it's run out of battery, even though they haven't. I've got a few of the newer white ones, which are higher capacity batteries, and they don't seem to have that problem. But yeah, I had a blue one in my GoPro earlier when I was on the way to boxing. But yeah, boxing was awesome as usual, and I always say that I'm a bit of a broken record. But yeah, I definitely felt like fitness-wise, I just wasn't up to my normal level. Now, it might just be that I was going harder today than I have in the past, or it might be that, you know, I missed my boxing session on Saturday, so I haven't been for a whole week. Also missed, you know, a couple of my gym sessions last week as well. And if I'm honest, I've been eating biscuits every night for the last probably 3 or 4 nights. Not tonight, but yeah, the previous 3 or 4 nights. So, you know, you really notice, I've noticed that you really do notice the difference in terms of your fitness and, you know, how hard you can go, and your sort of durability in boxing classes. You really notice the difference. If you've been, you know, sticking to a relatively strict, healthy diet, you do find that you're able to go more and you just feel fitter than if you eat crap. Like, it's mad how much I do notice the difference. Maybe it's because I'm a bit older, you know, I'm nearly 39 now. You know, I'm sure like the youngsters and that can eat junk food every day and still, you know, it won't affect their fitness too much in terms of like how long you can go for, how gassed you get. But I definitely notice it. I've noticed in the past, like there was one time where I sort of had a tub of Haagen-Dazs the night before a boxing session, you know, so almost 24 hours before a boxing session. And I just really noticed, you know, in the boxing session the next day that I was feeling like I was getting gassed out quicker. So I think that's partly to blame what's happened this evening. But yeah, I think it is partly that I'm just going harder and harder every session. The coach said at the end of the session today, yeah, you know, you're getting stronger and stronger every week. So yeah, it's awesome to sort of know that that's getting noticed by the coach, you know. So yeah, it must be doing something right. But yeah, I think I need to get out of the habit of having biscuits every night, because look, I'm an addict at the end of the day, so it's definitely going to be at least partly a mind thing, a brain thing, you know, a habit, you know. I have got a sweet tooth. I love biscuits, I love cakes and stuff, but yeah, I'm also an addict, so you know, these things can just become a habit because it's like a psychological, mental thing, you know. You get into the habit of having them every night, and then you get into a stage where like your night doesn't feel complete if you haven't had some biscuits, you know. You feel like you're bored if you don't have you know, some biscuits, right? In the same way that I felt like a day wasn't complete years ago unless I had a joint, or, you know, in my worst times, I felt like a day at work didn't feel complete without getting on the Charlie. Like, so, you know, I've definitely got to be careful. I need to just not eat biscuits every night, and yeah, try and level up my fitness as I continue. And also, like, I've just come out of a flop period. You know, I'm still coming out of a flop period, so you know, maybe that's something to do with it. But either way, boxing was awesome. You know, it went as hard as I could. It was a killer session tonight. And yeah, really proud that I went to boxing. My ankle injury that I done, well, a good few weeks ago now, is still there. After a boxing session, I just noticed that that ankle is hurting. I'm just trying to remember to keep rotating it as I'm sitting down here. I haven't retwisted it or anything. It's just that, it's nothing. And then after a boxing session, I feel it. My shoulder injury is still there, but I'm not feeling anything at the moment. So we'll see in the morning. That might sort of raise its ugly head again. A lot of the time with these injuries, because I'm still working out every day, doing my boxing every week and stuff, they don't get a chance to like fully heal. Like, I can't just have a month off of everything. Like every time I get a little niggle, it's all about managing it. And a lot of the time, these injuries, I don't feel them, and then I go boxing, and then they're there. You know what I mean? And I'm sure I'll be fine. But earlier on in the day, obviously I got my head in my MacBook, started editing this video on the other channel, which I did release this evening. And then my friend Dale came round with some parts for one of my projects that he saw that I needed, when he watched the videos. And whenever I meet up with him, we end up chatting about cars for like 2 hours, and that happened today. So that kind of put me behind with my editing. But luckily, the video that I did put out today, in terms of editing, it wasn't that intense. So I was able to still get it done, and then, still get it done early enough so that I could take Kat to work. She's doing night shift. And then, then get myself to boxing. There was actually one thing I sort of didn't do, and that was share the teaser to the video on my social media. And I realised, like, when we was on the way to boxing, Kat was checking on her phone, like on my social media, but on her phone. And I didn't post a teaser. So even though I was like pushed for time to get to boxing in time, I just couldn't resist coming back home here on the way back from Kat's work, because this place is kind of on the way from boxing from there anyway, and quickly share that teaser. So I did get to boxing a couple of minutes late, but it's important, like, promoting the videos. So I'm glad I did do that. But one thing I didn't manage to do was upload yesterday's video on this channel before I went to boxing. I'd edited it just about in time, and then hit the button to create a file, and lo and behold, it failed. And then I just hit the button to create it again, and then went to take Kat to work. So I ended up uploading that when I got back from boxing, before I then started chatting to people online, as I've already mentioned. But today has been a manically busy day. I actually didn't get out of bed bang on 7:30 this morning. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier in this video, but sort of laid in bed with Kat for a little while. Didn't utterly fail, I wasn't in bed at 10, 11 o'clock, but with her doing a night shift, starting tonight, she'll be doing nights for the next 4 nights, so we're not going to see as much of each other as would be ideal. So I didn't think it was a massive deal to have a little lay in this morning, although I will, acknowledge that it's not just about that. It would have just been my lazy mind wanting me to stay in bed like it does every morning, and then that was the excuse that I had at the time. But other than that, I have been on it all day. Kept my head in my MacBook and stuff, and it's great. Like, tomorrow I can go around to the garage and continue a video that I already started over a week ago now. I've actually put 2 other videos out in between, which is absolutely fine. Just trying to stay super busy this week. The video I put out today is only 2 days since the last one. So after coming through a flop period, I feel like I am getting myself back on track as quickly as I can. Not going to say I'm there yet. I want to get to the stage where I'm getting up every morning at 7:30 and attacking the day, get a good few days under my belt. But I'm in a good place. But this clip has been way too long. I really need to go and have a shower, and then I can have the dinner that Kat made for me before she went to do her night shift. All right, finally actually had a shower, and now I've got one of my annoying migraines where I've got this fuzzy patch in my eyesight, so I can't really see properly. But I can see enough to eat this stir fry that my beautiful girlfriend made me before she went to work. And I think I'm just gonna chuck on a podcast or something on YouTube. Don't need to watch those, you can just listen. And eat this dinner and then chill out for a bit. Got my smoothie, which Kat actually made before she went to work as well. She does look after me. All right, well, I'm actually going to bed way later than I should be. It's 5 to midnight, and I need to get up and get to pick Kat up tomorrow at 8 a.m. So, I have to get up and get out of bed at 7:30. So it's kind of a bit of a cheat code. There's no chance for me to lie in, but there's always a risk that when I get back from picking her up, my lazy mind will persuade me to go to bed. So, should have gone to bed earlier. My migraine has now gone, and I've just been, listening to stuff on YouTube, answering a few more comments and whatnot. But do need to go to bed now. I will be back for another video tomorrow. Massive thanks to everyone who's watched this video. Feel free to get in touch through my social media or just drop a comment below this video. But other than that, I'll chat to you tomorrow.